Hi, welcome to my channel. In this video, I will guide you through the process of installing Zorin OS in VMware Workstation. Zorin OS version 18, the latest release, has been downloaded over 1 million times. Zorin OS is currently ranked 7th on distrowatch.com. So, if you want to try out Zorin OS yourself, there is an option available. You can try out the OS while remaining on Windows by using VMware Workstation. Broadcom has recently acquired VMware and offers the tool for free. Now, you can install Zorin OS as a virtual machine and evaluate whether Zorin OS could be a good alternative to Windows, as support for Windows 10 has ended. So, before downloading Zorin OS, head to the VMware website and download VMware Workstation for free. I plan to make a video showing how to download the software without registering for a Broadcom account, so make sure to stay tuned to my channel. After installing VMware Workstation, head over to Zorin.com. Zorin OS Pro comes with additional features but is not free. For now, I suggest scrolling down to find the free core version. Press the blue download button. I appreciate when subscription offers are not mandatory. Press skip to download the ISO. After the download has finished, start VMware Workstation, then press the button to create a new virtual machine. Press the Browse button, then navigate to where the Zorin OS ISO has been downloaded and select the file. Then, press Next to continue. Select Linux as the guest operating system, and from the drop-down menu, select Ubuntu 64-bit. On the technical details webpage of Zorin OS, we see that Zorin OS 18 is based on Ubuntu 24.0 for LTSN. Of course, it is designed for a 64-bit processor architecture. Press Next. Then give the virtual machine a name and select a path to the folder. Make sure it is large enough. I suggest using an SSD hard drive for best performance. Next, define the maximum disk size. I suggest setting it high, as enlarging the drive later can be cumbersome. Then press Next and then Finish. You have finished setting up the virtual machine. Now, press the green arrow button to start the installation of Zorin OS. If everything went well, you should see the menu Next. If you ran into issues, check the ISO size and checksum. As we are installing Zorin OS in a virtual machine, I chose the first option. If you were installing it locally, you might select the third option. You should soon see the graphical UI. I must admit, this is one of the best Linux installers I have ever used, and I have tried many different Linux distributions. Now I understand why Zorin OS is so popular. Here is where you can try Zorin OS without installing it or proceed with the installation. So, press the right button to install the OS. Next, select your keyboard layout and press Continue. Next, I suggest keeping both settings selected to ensure that updates are downloaded and installed immediately, and that drivers are also installed. Then, select Erase Disk and install Zorin OS. As we are running a virtual machine, your host system is safe. Press Install now. Confirm the next dialog. In the next window, set your location. Now, enter a username and set the computer name. Then, set a password. As I'm coming from Windows and nobody else will be using this machine, I select the option to log in automatically. That way, I don't have to remember the password. Now you have almost finished the installation. Zorin OS will copy some files, perform some setup, and handle other tasks that I don't need to worry about. Voila! The installation is complete. Press the Restart Now button. Zorin OS will restart, and it will soon ask you to remove the installation medium. To remove the Zorin OS ISO, go to the settings of the virtual machine by right-clicking on the tab and selecting from the context menu. Select the virtual DVD drive and choose Use Physical Drive instead, then press OK. Zorin OS will start and greet you. I suggest taking the tour that is offered. It won't take long and you can adjust some important settings. Press Next. As described on the website, the Pro version comes with more features and layouts. Luckily, I don't miss anything so far. Press Next again. The next step is important for best performance and tools for interaction, such as copy-paste operations between the guest and host OS. You need to install VMware tools. The software is free and highly recommended. As I have already completed that step offline, I get this message, but you don't need to worry about it. I skip the next steps as I do not want to use these features. And last but not least, you have reached the end of the tour. Before I let you go, let me quickly show you something. By default, the layout can be enhanced by choosing dark mode. Simply press on the icon next to the clock and select Dark Style. Another thing I ought to mention is snapshots. I recommend creating one right away. In case you don't know, a snapshot freezes the state of the operating system. Now you can test software, try things out as much as you want, and then restore the state to return to this initial state after a successful installation. To create a snapshot, press Take Snapshot. Give it a name, and you're good to go. So, that's basically it for today. This was my video on how to install Zorin OS in VMware Workstation.